Hey everyone, it's Greenmats here. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, leave a comment or like. Maybe you can also leave a comment saying what you want to see in these videos. And today I want to talk a little bit about how to make an impact sound from scratch, which can be really nice for transitions in drum and bass tunes, and also if you're working on cinematic stuff. And it's a fairly simple thing to do, and I think if you do that yourself, you have a lot more control than using a sample. Obviously, using a sample is fine as well, but the cool thing is if you do your impact sound in on your own, you learn a bit of synthesis, which is always nice. We're going to do that in Serum, and you also know which key it is in, which is very practical because of phasing issues and so on, and it might as well help make your impact sound better in your personal context. So if you have a track in D sharp, for example, which is one of my favorite keys to work in because it's really deep and dark and it sounds really evil in a way, and then it will fit better into your D sharp track if your impact is in D sharp. So how we go about this, we basically treat it similar to a kick. And I wanted to talk about this subject because I was working on a cinematic type of sample pack, and kind of like for minimal audio, and one of the things was everything had to be made from scratch, which meant I had to basically make everything, synthesize everything, and record my own drums and all of these things, which was very nice to do actually when it's so easy to grab samples. But I really want to encourage you to try to create your own sounds and to make as much as possible yourself, because it gives you a way better understanding of everything basically. So yeah, I would just start with a simple sine wave. Just draw that in, put in deep sharp because we already talked about that. Go for the deepest note possible. And then it's all about the pitch envelopes. So you just take that LFO1 here and you go to FX, to the matrix, and you just pull it up here. You can also use these three dots and just take it from there. I kind of think it's easier to just drag it up there, so I'll do it like that. And then I'll just go over there and I go to global and I go to master tune. You can also go to oscillator A and choose coarse pit, then it will just use the oscillator 1, oscillator A, and it will just use the pitch of that, because someone left a comment about that the other day. I'm aware of that, but in this case, it's, for me, it's the faster and easier solution. It's why I do it like that, and I just need the one, and want to have all other oscillators also follow that pitch movement if I'll add a second one. So yeah, and if not, I will change it here. So there's always a way to go back, of course, nothing is set in stone. And then I'll just turn this up here, shape this in a certain way just to hear it, and then we'll adjust it as we go. And as you see, now it's like repeating it on 1/4, and that also happens when you put it on trigger, which is very nice for build-ups and stuff. You can use it like that if you want, and then just automate that, and it goes up and up and up. You can do that. Bottom envelope, it will just play once, which is kind of what we want here. And the various degrees, well, that's again up to you, but I would say that's the most important part of the sound. And then you can make another one also on envelope that decides how long the bass is actually. Yeah. In this case, 1 bar was kind of enough. It really depends on your track. Can also be like that. And how you kind of want it to sound, that's up to you. So now you can save it as impact, because we're going to add effects to make it sound more like an impact. But now you can save that as a default and then just play around and then make different lengths of it, and then you have different impact sounds for different tracks, and you can just impact 1, impact 2, impact 3. That one is on 2 bars, 4 bars, 8 bars. One is just 1 bar, one is less than that. So just try one with that and save it as different presets if you want. And then you can add loads of other stuff. I would say that's the bulk of what a impact sound actually is. So I usually like to make these cinematic sounding ones by just adding a big reverb and leaving all that dirty rumble in there. And now you got this really like cinematic type of sound, and you can go a few ways about it. You can also add, for example, a cut here, and then you get this really cinematic rumble, depending on how harsh you set the EQ. That's a very classic impact sound. You can also go a bit less, leave a bit more rumble in. You can even push it. And get these different sounds, and you can just export that one and then save them like this in your library too. And then you got this cool impact sound. And you can also pair that. What really works well is, I think, if you add this with a ride or a crash. I think that works really well. And then have a little pre-ringing moment as well. Reverse the ride. Take a little bit of the transient away in the beginning. And then have a little thing like that going on. I think that sounds very cinematic and cool. And my favorites are these ones, and you can try around how that sounds. First the filter and then the reverb. I also really like those, so that also sounds really cool, I think, with a ride. Yeah, I think it's really cool to kind of build the mood in a track, if it's for a cinematic job or whatever, or if it's for drum and bass. I use it a lot in drum and bass as well. Kind of set the tone, get a cinematic feeling. Sounds really cool in the club if you add it to the intro. So yeah, it's fairly simple to make, but very effective in my opinion. So hope you like it. Hope you subscribe to the channel to see more content like this, and have an awesome day, guys. Peace out.